that want to give up, that are just at the end of their road. Life brings almost all of us to a point where we've really just tried everything in our own human effort, we've tried everything in our strength, we've tried everything in our capability, and it just doesn't seem to add up. Maybe at the very moment when we thought maybe this is it, maybe this is our go ahead, maybe this is the thing that we've been waiting for, and that very thing just seems to crumble right before our eyes and just break into pieces, and we can't just explain it, we can't understand it, we can't really comprehend or have a solution or an answer for it. We don't know how it all just happened right before our eyes. It just blew up. So in those moments, most of us just want to run away from God. Most of us just want to forget the faith, and even just in our natural human relationships, that's how it is. Maybe when we are angry with someone that's close to us, we want to go and do the very thing that we know will hurt them. We want to go and do the very thing that we know won't be pleasing in their sight. And I realize that that's what most of us Christians tend to do, even when things don't go right in our lives. Maybe the thing that we've been hoping God for, the thing that we've been trusting for so long, the thing that we've been believing God for is not working. We want to just go and rebel against God. We want to just go and do the very thing that we know is not pleasing in His sight. But I really just want to remind all of us that our actions do have consequences. Everything that we do has got a consequence, and in most cases those consequences affect us. What do you do when it really just doesn't make sense, when you tried everything in your own human effort, in your own human strength, in your human knowledge and wisdom? You tried everything that you can, but it just doesn't seem to make sense. It just doesn't seem to add up. It feels like you're moving in circles and things just keep on going from bad to worse. Most cases I've come to realize that when we keep trying so hard to make sense out of the situation, when we keep trying so hard to push it, when we keep trying so hard to force things, three things involved when you're going through a difficult situation. It's either you accept it, you change it, or you leave it. So if you're going through something, it's either you're going to just accept the situation as it is and you learn to live with it, or if you can't accept it, maybe you can change that situation. But if you don't have the power or the means to change that situation, then you might as well just leave it as it is. Because it's in those trying moments, it's in those moments of frustration and confusion that we really put our Christianity to the test. Are we really just serving God when it makes sense, when He answers our prayers, when He does the very things that we want Him to do for us, when we say that we trust God, when we say that we rely on Him, we depend on Him? Do we really mean those words? Because it's in those moments when we choose to run to God and not away from Him that we come to a place where when we say that we trust Him, we mean it. When we say that we are complete in Him, we mean it. When we say that we need Him more than anything else and He is our satisfaction, our peace and the joy and our joy, we really mean those words. Because it's in those moments when we really put ourselves to the test. Do we really love Him more than the thing that He has taken away? Sometimes God rejects the very thing that you wanted the most. Maybe you've been working so hard in your own power, in your own strength. You've been fighting for that position, maybe at a company, you've been serving them diligently, and the very position that you wanted has been given to someone else, and you feel like maybe you should just compromise on your integrity and to actually decide to steal from them or to do something against your own personal values. And in that moment you end up losing that, not only losing that position, but you actually get fired from that job, and that consequence actually affects you more than the company. It affects you more than anyone else. We just continued waiting and doing your best because you can't change the situation. It's beyond you. You've tried everything in your human nature. So we really need to just get to a place where we learn to just be still and know that He is God, where we just surrender our wisdom, we surrender our knowledge, we surrender our own strength, we surrender our efforts, we surrender our labor, we surrender everything that we know to do, we surrender everything that we know how, and just give Him and put them at the feet of Jesus and just say, Lord, I'm nothing without you, and I can't do this without you. I don't understand. I need you to help me understand. I need you to help me put through this. I need you to help me get past this, because when we decide to run away from God, it's really more just damaging to ourselves than anyone else. It's really more just frustrating, because He will remain God and He remains God through it all. This just reminds me of Job. Everything that he loved and held so dearly was taken away from him in an instant. I'm sure he didn't understand. I'm sure he was confused, and he just wanted to curse God and just forget everything that he believed. But then at the end of it, we realize that Job was actually given more than he imagined. He was given more than he expected, more than he had. And that's the God that we serve, you know. If we choose to keep on relying on him, if we choose to just surrender and just lie at his feet and just say, Lord, I will not let go until you come through for me. I will not let go until you do it. You know, we've heard so many stories of how God has come through for people that waited, people that just stayed at his feet, people that just patiently continued doing that which they know best to do, and that's to serve him diligently, to worship him in spirit and in truth, to surrender their desires to him, and he came through for them. You know, sometimes we feel like we're going through cycles. Sometimes we feel like we just can't keep on. We can't just keep on trusting. We can't keep on believing. We can't keep on hoping. But in those times, you have to realize that that's the only thing that you can do. That's the only thing that you can do in that moment. Even when you don't understand, just keep going. Don't compromise on your faith. Don't look for the way out. Don't try to hurt God, or don't try to do the very thing that you think is not pleasing in his sight, and you think that you'll find satisfaction in that thing. No, you just end up having regrets. You just end up facing consequences that you would have avoided if you just decided to remain under his feet, if you just decided to keep on waiting, to keep on pushing, to keep on trusting. So really, this conversation was just for someone who's at the end of their road, someone that just wants to give up, someone that's tired of the cycle, someone that's tired of waiting, tired of trusting, tired of believing. Just keep on keeping on, keep on waiting, keep on hoping, keep on trusting. God does come through, and he will come through. And maybe the very thing that you wanted is not even what's best for you. Maybe God has something even better in store for you. Just keep on working hard, keep on giving life your best. And at the end of it all, you will see that there was a reason for that thing that you didn't understand. There was an answer to that prayer. There was a solution to that need. God does come through, and he will come through. But really, when we decide to go against his will, when we're to the people around us, it hurts us even more. It leaves us with so many regrets and consequences that we may have avoided if we just chose to remain in him, if we just chose to keep on trusting and hoping. I know it's difficult, and I know we all go through those seasons, because you look at social media and you feel like your life is the only one that doesn't make sense. You feel like everyone is moving ahead, but you're at the same pace. You feel like you're the only person whose prayers are not being answered. But no, people just post the good stuff most times. Everyone has their own battles. Everyone is waiting on something. Everyone is believing on something. You're not the only one. There's so many people out there that have been facing disappointments, that have been facing challenges. So just keep on being you, keep on pushing, and keep on trusting. God does come through, and he will come through for us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.